The following game has been rated T for teen by the ESRB for fantasy violence, mild language, and drug references. That means anyone under the age of 13 should not be watching this video. You have been warned. Greetings and salutations. I am Outlier, and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today are, of course, my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today, rather than playing a video game that I haven't made a video of for this channel yet, I've decided to go back to a game that I already have had made one video of. That game being Starpoint Gemini Warlords. Why am I playing this again? Well, because of all the video games and videos that I've posted on the internet so far, it's the one that's generated the most positivity. Well, not the most positivity. It's the one I've gotten the most positive feedback on. Yes, and that's more positive feedback than any of my other videos. To recap, it's basically a space combat game with some real-time strategy elements, although we haven't gotten to those elements yet. Probably won't this video either. While they do come in later to the game, it's not something you unlock until after your first couple of hours. Where was I? Still going on with that, are you? Okay then. So that's basically the gist of the game. It was made by thank you again. Yes, I know I'm having issues. This is the first time I'm playing a game twice. Should be fun. I find it fun. I wouldn't be playing it again if I didn't. I wouldn't be playing it a first time, truth be told. But I digress. That being said, let us begin. And as usual, we begin with a load screen. Alright, so if you haven't turned in yet, The premise is that we are piloting the ship you see before you, the ship that I've effectively named the Crossbow, because I like calling ships that, because I like crossbows. So we are part of an organization called the Solari Concordant, I believe it's pronounced, and this is our home base. This station right here. We were in charge of it during the pre-game, before the game. We were responsible for overseeing the security of a prototype battleship for our faction. That battleship got attacked and was destroyed, and we were almost killed. We were rescued by another character in the game, and we lost our command of the station but retained control of a small vessel. We then continued on to explore, or to investigate who attacked the battleship, and that led us to several key information areas, and then the character that rescued us before went off one area while we explored another, and they haven't reported in. So now we are going to go to this waypoint to see if they have issues. And because I had such a good time last time just traveling there manually, yes, I know it didn't end well. It's called irony. No, not ironing, irony. Two completely different things. But I digress. Let's just insta-work there. Here we go. So this is Tara Higgs, the person who saved us before. Did the message get through? And we have dialogue options of I wouldn't be here if it didn't. Give me a sit rep Tara, or no, I was just taking a stroll through the area when I bumped into you. Of course it got through. What happened here, Higgs? Oh, she saved our lives, so we should probably be nice. I was trying to get onto that big structure over there. I'm horrible at pronouncing things. Orifel Foundry, but the local realized they shouldn't be here, so they attacked in force. I got away, but my ship is severely damaged. Did you manage to get any data? No, I didn't. I was trying to keep my crew alive, thank you very much. And the options are, tell me about the installation or any sign of the oath. Nothing remarkable about it. It's a foundry of some sort, or a refinery maybe. They have remote mining ops scattered around the region that ship the raw ore here for processing. Oh, and this is me, by the way. Okay, any sign of the oath? Can't say for sure. They knocked out my sensors quickly. In that case, I'll go get the data from Orifel. We can't risk them purging their mainframe. Talk to Trace first. He might have some ideas on what to do. I'm good. I think I had enough of Ray's brilliant ideas. I'll handle this on my own. Valkyrie, don't forget he outranks you now. Can't waste the time. I'll get my troopers on one of the remote miners you mentioned. Then I'll get them to Orifel. They'll get suspicious if they won't be expecting a freighter to arrive. The ship won't be carrying ore. One of the mining ops will have an accident, I'll make sure of it. Freighter will be transporting the injured personnel. It'll make Orifel less suspicious of a freighter coming in without their standard load. How will they get out? They won't. I'll wait nearby and do the extraction, swift and easy. I'm not sure that's a good idea. You better contact Trace nonetheless. I couldn't since my comm array is fried, but yours isn't. And the options are, I'm doing this, you get back to HQ for repairs and debriefing, and there you can tell them what you want, or the diplomacy, because I have skill point in diplomacy, Diplomacy 1 option is the nebula is causing interference. I cannot establish a stable comlink. Wouldn't you agree? All clear. I'll keep my mouth shut. Good luck. I'll see you on Concordia. That's the name of the station. Okay, so go to the next waypoint, where I'm assuming...
Initiating sublight.
Closes it. Yeah. I guess we can't just insta-warp there now. Oh well. Guess we're traveling at, I would assume, a ridiculously fast speed. They don't really tell you how fast sublight is. Oh, goody, enemies. Go up the ship.
Initiated.
They can't shoot what they can't see.
Well, I mean, they can. It's just difficult.
Should be getting the information right about now.
Really? Fine then, we'll just shoot it. Can we transport now? No? Okay, fine. Doing damage. Given the fact I'm seeing shields, I'm guessing no. Of course, I do have a indicator up there. Still can't, so we just, well, keep shooting.
Impossible. We're out of ammo.
Probably should have I thought I did rearm. Well, I guess I'm out of missiles. What are you working with? Shields. All power to the guns. It's probably going to take a while. How much of this do I have to shoot through in order to be able to beam my people aboard? I keep seeing all these explosions. I keep thinking it's about to explode. In fact, it's only about less than a quarter, less than 3/4 health now. Still can't.
Focusing scanning beam on target.
Yeah, there's a whale on the thing that we need to keep intact. Oh. I really should look at the menus more.
We're on board. Proceed to Orfeo.
Well, maybe they'll believe that it got damaged in the attack. Hopefully that won't come back to bite me.
Affirmative. Engage sublight.
Alright, so the crew is docking now, sir. All quiet. Past security checkpoint, so far so good. All quiet again. Found a terminal, accessing now. All quiet. Sir, their security is tight. Can't get through their firewall to get the data logs. Damn, get ready for extraction. Sir, there might be another possibility. We're near the officers' quarters. We can grab one of them for questioning. And unfortunately, I do not have tactical appraisal, so I can't say that'll work. Commander, set up an explosive diversion, so it'll be easier to get you out of there. Not the bet, but my only option is not the best solution. I'm not leaving empty-handed. Do it. So they're going to try to kidnap somebody, but they're most likely going to be. It's going to be messy. Coming to get you, Commander. I'm guessing I have now less than 30 seconds as of now to actually get there and do whatever the hell I need to do.
Captain, we're flying through enemy territory.
No kidding.
The team's on board with the prisoner. Engaging sublight.
Cloak the ship. Let's get out of here.
Cloaking system initiated.
I'm guessing if I had tactical appraisal, those ships wouldn't have opened fire. That's what cloaking devices are for. I wonder what those were. Alright. We've left the area, sir. Excellent. Send word to Trace, appraise him of the situation, tell him we're bringing in a prisoner. Go to Concordia. He is not going to be happy. Mostly because he's never happy.
Fly safe and fly swift.
Alright, let's rearm. Oh, I only had 5 shots to begin with. Okay.
Good luck.
I like how we docked, had to leave, and then now we get to go back in. Or we could just, hail him. Where is hail? Hi, where? Rainer Trace. Kidnapping? What the hell were you thinking? Needed info and this was the only way. Or, if Higgs hadn't messed up the infiltration, they wouldn't have bumped up security measures. I kinda like Higgs, so. We need info and this was the only way. Excuses. Why didn't you contact me before running off snatching people? Because you would have said no. Next question. I couldn't reach you. We were in the Veil Cloud. Comms are jammed in there. It's true, sir. I can confirm that. We should work with what we have, Trace. I'll talk to the prisoner. Don't even think about going near that cell, Pelgrim. Higgs, I'll deal with you later. Yes, sir. Get out of my sight, both of you. Okay, so this is one of the things I don't like about this game. A lot of the games I play for the story. And a lot of the story is locks behind the level of ship that you use. Don't get me wrong, for this game that's not a bad thing. For the next couple missions you're going to need the extra firepower of a Corvette because the little itty bitty gunship that they give you is not going to cut it. The Corvette probably won't cut it. But that's what they want me to upgrade to. So there's multiple ways to upgrade the ship. Where is... That's what I want. Is that what I want? Oh no, this is what I want, dock. So there's multiple ways to upgrade the ship. The easiest right now is, well, to just simply build one. Not build one. The easiest way now is just simply buy one. They have a shipyard, and you're able to, assuming you have the right level in cash, to buy them. So, for instance, the first ship available, the Califera, I think that's how you pronounce it, is a freighter, not the ship that we need, but we could afford it. Can we afford it? No, we can't afford it because it's costs. Well, we can afford it because it costs 750,000 credits, and we have more than that. But it requires a requisite prerequisite level of 4, and I believe we're only 3. So we don't have a high enough level to buy that and pilot that ship. Same with the Helion, which is the Corvette, and we can't even afford that because that's 900,000, and we don't have that. Do we have that? We have 886,000 and change. Then we have the Omicron frigate, Myrmidon frigate, destroyer, cruiser, battleship. That's the thing that we got destroyed, I think. Another battleship, a third battleship, a freightliner, which is a big freighter, dreadnought, carrier, and then I think some DLC ships, which are flagged as dreadnoughts and carriers. I don't recall there being carriers before, but I digress. So what we need is the Helion, which we need to be at a higher level for, and we need more money. So other than the storyline missions, there's also the jobs board where you can do freelance. And there's various freelance options where we can do search and destroy, where we go hunt down things, well, hunt down people and kill them. There's also salvage jobs, so the Solari Concord, looking for a salvage ship to take care of a wreckage, some sensitive data on the derelict ship, which should not fall into the wrong hands, but probably will be transferred once the wreckage is gone. So it's distance, reward, so forth and so on, recommended level. So that's one way to make money and one way to upgrade your ship. I don't have any.
Safe travels.
There is another. I should have picked up a job. Hang on. Oops. My apologies. Do this one.
Go earn your pay.
Wasn't done, but thank you. So the other option is to just buy and sell cargo, which, like most games where they tack on a buying and selling cargo aspect, it's rather simple. You just buy up stuff, go to a place, and sell it. You could also go asteroid mining. Oh, I forgot I recentered that. Go. While there are special equipment that allow you to mine asteroids better, I believe it's just basically take your guns, shoot asteroid, collect whatever remains. Are we not shooting it?
Yeah, so we pick up 8 of whatever. And because it was a large enough asteroid, we can blow up the smaller chunks. I think. Yes, we can. Alright, so that gets me 16 units of cargo, which would probably net me a small amount of points.
Engage sublight.
So let's go do the search and destroy job and see if the second way of getting a vessel is possible. And by second way, I mean through legal salvage.
Yes, legal salvage is what we are calling sending boarding parties onto enemy ships and taking them. It's not piracy if we're working for a legitimate government. Then it's privateering.
Okay, so tactical officer, there's nothing here, Captain. What are your orders? They can't be too far fired for long-range scanners. We better not risk it. Who knows what they might be up to, which causes us to abandon the mission. Because I got nothing better to do, let's go look for them. Long-range scanners have detected the vessel. Proceed to the waypoint, which is there.
Engaging sublight.
Enemies incoming.
Alright, so they're on another gunship, so this should be somewhat easy. Come on. Where are you? Have the turrets fire at will. Oh, there you are. Send a boarding team. Alright, so they're in the cargo bay. Through the engine room. Got the shield generator. In the med bay. Taking a hit. Through the weapons controls. At the command bridge, blowing through the doors and taking the vessel. Your ship is now my ship. The first officer is, what should we do with the captured vessel? Because we have taken the vessel. It's now technically ours. So we can put it in the garage. We have a garage where we can store alternate vessels for use later. So I could actually swap my current ship out for that one. But it's a gunship, so it won't allow me to proceed to the next storyline mission. And since it's damaged, it will cost me 70,003 credits to repair it. Or I can just simply sell it and get a net bonus of 140,007 credits. And the other options aren't usable until the strategy elements of the game get unlocked. So I could basically salvage it for parts, which would get me extra materials, which I could then use for other things, like I believe research and building new ships. Or I could take it to headquarters and make it ready to serve the fleet, basically add it as one of my AI controlled ships for the strategy element of the game, which would require 124 materials to repair. Or I could send the hull to headquarters for research to allow construction. Basically, they take the ship apart and study it, and for the bigger ships I need multiple ships, but because this is just a rinky-dinky gunship, they just basically take it apart and then they know how it's built. After that, I could basically build my own of this type of vessel. But since I haven't unlocked that yet, I don't have any of these options. And since I like my current gunship, I like collecting one of each. So you know what? Let's shove it into the garage. So I am now level 4. Which means...
Affirmative. Engage
wrong button.
sublight.
Stop. What are you? Oh, a Freightliner. You're yellow. That means that you're friendly. well, not friendly per se. They're part of the same faction that I am.
Core set.
Let's head back to Concordia. So since I'm now level 4, I should be able to... I do not like how close that asteroid is getting. I should now be able to... I keep forgetting that this is actually a 3D game. So I'm actually flying sideways. There is an auto level button. I just can't remember what it is. Anyway, we're docked now. As I was saying, we are now level 4, so we should be able to just simply buy a new Corvette. So let's see, what skills do I want? This is already at 2, I think? No, 1. Focus at 2 and disables at 2. So we're going to upgrade Expose because I like having everything be relatively equal. Plus, I can't actually upgrade the cloak to level 3 until I get to skill rank 5, I believe. Yeah. Where I also unlock Execute.
My 4th skill.
I now have a new perk point. I probably don't need gunship familiarity, since I'm going to be upgrading a Corvette. I highly doubt I'm going to be flying in another gunship. Could do weapons training. Could do governing, personal. What was tactical appraisal? Here. Part of me actually wants to put it there, because we did have a dialogue option that we couldn't get because we didn't have that skill. Now, I may not need it in the near future, but I would like to have it just in case. Alright, so from the asteroid we picked up ice, sulfur, titanium, and diamonds. I'm not going to complain. I don't quite know exactly where they all came from. I'm assuming they came from the asteroid. They may have come from somewhere else. Again, I'm not going to complain. It's basically free money. Alright, so rearm the vessel. Didn't take any damage, so I don't need to repair it. And if we go to the shipyard, yeah, I can hold up to 7 ships right now. As I said, since I'm now level 4 and I got enough money, I can afford the Hellion. The Hellion. And compare it to my current ship. See, it's got quite a bit of hull, more cargo space. Yada yada yada. Okay. I don't think I want to trade in my new ship. Where does... Yes, this is the information about the boarding actions. This is all the extra stuff I have. Oh, here we are, garage. The hope if I actually stop to look at things. So, this is the gunship that I basically just stole.
Commandeered. You're absolutely right. Commandeered.
So, these are the basic statistics. It actually has less hull than my current ship, although it holds can hold more cargo, so I guess it's basically a freighter gunship. If we look at the systems, actually can hold more ammo for a heavy battery, and actually has less energy. I think charges slower? That or it charges faster, but it takes longer before the charging cycle starts, although the turrets are all the same. Same with the tractor beam. There's a tractor beam. We gotta look up the controls. Sensors, shield generator. So it's slightly less maneuverable, but about as fast. It has greater shield strength, though. And the transport is about the same. So one thing I do know that I want to do is that I actually want to unmount the weapon systems. Because while I can buy a new ship, I don't think it comes with any guns. Yeah, I think these are all basic stuff, so I need not worry about those. Yeah, It's not letting me unmount anything. So if we actually switch to the Aurora, yeah, because we already stripped everything out. Transfer it back for the fun of it. So if we go to the shipyard, we then go and buy the Helion. Purchase it to the garage. Yep. I'm now at 46,000 and change. So just go back real quick. Transfer the command to the Helion. And we look at its loadout. As you can see, it doesn't have anything. So, unlike the gunship, the Helion has weapons on 3 of its facings. It has 2 turrets on the front, forward, the bow of the ship, and then 2 more on both starboard and port. And whereas the heavy weapon, the gunship had a heavy weapon slot on the front, the Helion only has it on the port and starboard, and neither ship has any aft weapons. Alright, I can't afford any shiny guns anyway, so we're going to have to make do with what we have. So I'm going to put the plasma cannon on the forward area. And I really like having the port and starboard guns be, well, the same. But I don't have that right now, so I'll put one railgun on one. I'll put one railgun on the starboards, on the port side, and the other railgun, put the plasma cannons on the front. The other railgun goes on the other side. I only have one ion cannon, so I'm going to have to mount that on the port. Yeah, so we'll put both of the better guns on one side. Man, I don't even have full turrets on this thing. Alright, so what we're going to do is, even though we have a ship to proceed in the storyline, we are going to go switch back to our gunship, make some more money, and then fully outfit it. So what I want is... What I want is probably about another million and change. Probably going to need about... I'm probably going to need about a couple million just for the weapons alone. So the search and destroyers are now level 4. Which means that they're probably corvettes. So let's do this salvage job for one. Where is the waypoint? Did I miss it? Yes, I did.
Initiating sublight.
Alright, so I already have the scavenger swarm equipped.
Focusing scanning beam on
So these are
target.
spatial anomalies. As I said last episode, they are prolific throughout the whole of Gemini. Because back during the initial Gemini Wars, somebody decided to rip a hole in the very fabric of space-time. So it left all these anomalies, and they cause various buffs and debuffs to your ship, and they can get removed by, well, scanning.
Initializing scan.
What is that? Alright, now... Okay, all the anomalies aren't gone with.
Initializing scan.
Now all the anomalies are gone. We're good. I think that's actually the PvP aspect of the game.
Initiating sub.
Every game's got a PvP, player versus player part. I don't much care for playing against other people, so I usually ignore it. Alright, so here are various things that we can salvage. And one of the special pieces of equipment that we have to salvage things are these scavenger swarms. So as I mentioned before, I believe we can just simply shoot things and it'll give us stuff. Whereas the special equipment, if used properly on the right thing, should technically give us, well, more stuff. Here we go. Collect that. Fire you off. Fire you off. But the thing that we needed wasn't actually there.
Mission completed. Time to bring the boys back home.
So that's actually the thing that we needed. So we can keep on salvaging derelicts, but I don't think we're going to get much off of them. So let's just head back to the Concordia.
Affirmative. Changing course.
And so we redock. So we picked up some titanium, some chemical weapons, and some gold. I like how the gold is the, well, it's gold ore, so. But I like how it's the least expensive thing here. So that did not net me much coin. It's dried up. Oh, I never refilled ammo. It's a good thing we went on a salvage run as opposed to fighting somebody. And they change every time you go out, so instead of level 4 jobs, we now have level 1 jobs again.
You're good to go. See you again.
Engaging sub.
So I believe this one mentioned that the dude was a criminal, the person we're hunting is a criminal, so we'll fight him. Hang on. Stop.
Target is down.
Alright, I don't know if that was the target. Or not. I don't think so. Would have liked to have captured the vessel, but given the fact that I couldn't even see the vessel, it made it somewhat difficult. There's probably a hotkey just to auto-target things. But whatever it is, I've forgotten. I probably talked about it in the tutorial too. But it's been a while, so I forgot about it. Ooh, another anomaly.
Engaging sublight.
Away we go. Okay, that's a different weapon from what I had equipped before. Which I think before I had railguns, and I think I put on plasma cannons by accident.
Affirmative. Engage sublight. Enemies incoming.
Ooh, a Taurus! My favorite little gunships. My favorite because it didn't realize I was still in sublight. Anyway, as I was saying, the Taurus is one of my favorite gunships because it's actually the starting vessel from the first one. Or I think it's the starting vessel from the first one. As a whole, I mean, I like having one just for the nostalgia purposes. I'll never use it because it literally. What's a nice way of saying it sucks? I can't think of anything. It sucks badly. But I like having one again because of nostalgia, and I like having one of everything. So we are going to steal this.
Your mission was a success. Great job, Captain.
Add it to the garage.
Affirmative. Engage sublight. Affirmative. Changing course.
And back to the Concordia we go. So we're supposed to be heading back to the Concordia.
Course set.
Concordia here. Good to see you around, Captain.
Picked up some repair gel and some station components. From, I think, that piece of junk I blew up. So, dry dock. What was my loadout? Yeah, I did actually have plasma cannons equipped. Okay, I mean, I probably shouldn't complain. Although the REM actually does more damage. I should probably go back to using that. Well, now I have enough coin to actually... mount you. Buy another one. Okay, so I now technically have two REMs. Two REM 3, so I should be good on that front. Tesla, I think, is a beam weapon. I do like beam weapons. Anyway, next job. So this is another level 4 search and destroy. This one will net me more money, so that's what we want to do.
Here. You're good to go. Good luck.
Well, technically, I think that one salvage job would have got me a little bit more money than either combat one. But I didn't stop to look.
I'm not staying here to die.
Alright. Targets in a set would you proceed, show them no mercy battle stations, hail them, or better leave, we're no match for them at this moment. I guess we could hail them. Warrior sends their regards, surrender immediately. We slip for this time for a feed, we will take our leave now. Surrender immediately.
No response. They are moving into attack.
I am guessing they are not surrendering. Come on. Yep, it's a Corvette. Cloak the ship.
Engaging cloak.
Time for the boarding teams to do their job. And because the ship is larger one, I'm not going to get 100% success if and when they manage to get to the command deck. Because I need more troops for that. Yeah, oh, I have a 6% chance of success. Alright, fine. Failed to capture the bridge. Come on. The turrets fire at will. Because I'm either too fast or too slow to, or not maneuverable enough to manage to stay on this guy's target. So. You can't do another boarding action. Well, because A, they decided to turn on biometric shielding, and you can't actually do multiple boarding actions in one go. So.
We must rearm.
Disable them real quick. And they're dead.
Hostile target eliminated. Realigning course. Engaging sublight.
That was fun. Kind of, sort of, maybe. So, yeah, I mean, had I more troops, the chance of success, or I put more skills in the boarding actions, I believe I would have had a greater percent. So, had they been able to take that Corvette, I could have added it to my garage, and instead of what I did, buying the buying the Hellion, I could have used that ship instead.
Concordia reporting in. All is well.
Thought it was going to auto dock. Guess it did not. See, I didn't take any damage, but I did run out of ammo. I guess I don't technically need a second ion cannon. I could go with something else. Although, all heavy weapons are ridiculously expensive. I was gonna just up and steal a ship that has heavy weapons, but I don't I think when you take something, they strip off all the equipment off of it. So yeah, here's the little Taurus. If we compare it to the Sedia, as you can see, it's got 1,000 less hull, a little bit more cargo. look at systems, it actually has only 3 turrets, as opposed to 4. And actually it does hold more heavy weapon ammo. But its lack of hull and, I think, poor shielding. As I look at it, it's got like a ridiculously high shield rate. Anyway, I just remember like any fleet that they had them in, they usually died relatively first. So this salvage job recommends a level of 7. But it'll get me over 200,000 coin. This search and destroy is probably the next stage up above Corvette, because that's also 7. And this one's probably another Corvette. So we'll go with this salvage job, just simply because it nets me a whole bunch of coin.
Engaging sublight.
And something at this high level probably has something defending it. So we may have to flee like the cowards we actually are. But let's go looking for stuff. Start salvaging pretty much everything. Not finding what I'm looking for.
Another mission completed, but there's always more.
That is what we were looking for. We just went up a level. We'll collect that anyway, just for funsies. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Affirmative. Engage sublight. I course set.
That's an easy almost 200,000. Yeah, like 4 or 5 more of those, and I could afford a new weapon system. Just more if I really wanted to sell some stuff.
Concordia salutes you, Captain.
Hey, we found some vegetables. Wonder how long they've been sitting out in the vacuum of space. Guess it gives whole new meaning to freeze dried. Anywho. Oh, we also have installation defense jobs now. So do you have what it takes to work for us? Solari Concord is offering employment to all willing, capable mercenaries on the defense of our installations. Owning a ship is a prerequisite. I would certainly hope so, but it's got a recommended level of 8, and I fully expect a whole bunch of stuff just to show up and kill it and try to kill us. And this salvage mission actually nets me the most money. So we'll take that one instead. Why is it purple? Oh, that's a mysterious signal. Oh wait, where's my waypoint? I'm tempted to see what's at this mysterious signal. Let's go find out, shall we?
Engaging sublight.
No, we are not engaging sublight. This is another gunship. Let us hail them. Hello, fellow traveler. I found a fate signal around here. An older technology beacon, so you have to use the sound to find location. Want to patch you up with the frequency? Sure, I guess. You. Oh, Revenant Freighter.
Kill the engines and kill the burrow.
Affirmative. Engaging cloak.
Just send the troops over.
Embrace your doom.
We have a 42 chance of actually picking this thing up. Troops have failed to capture the vessel, then it is dead.
Hostile spotted. Make haste.
Assuming I can actually get around to shoot it.
Been a hell of a ride.
I, fire at will, command execute.
Assuming I can get around to shooting it without actually slamming into the thing. I don't know, is ram damage a thing? Oh, local troops have showed up. Good for them. Alright, you're dead.
Enemy down.
No cargo. I like how the freighters were firing. More freighters. I really want to know what this thing is. I'm assuming the faster it beeps, the closer you get to it. It's just info on the junk. Got a bit of cargo, so not a complete loss per se. I can't rehail them.
Object.
I'm gonna scan them just for fun, see what happens. Oh, so that's where the grapple beam is. Okay. Sounds like it's actually coming in this direction. I'm basically just shooting junk until I can find this thing. Okay, go past it again. think it's beeping as loudly. Or as quickly, I should say. Definitely not beeping as loudly. Just picking up random bits of cargo, I guess. Definitely beeping faster. I'm guessing this is the thingy. Junk is one of 3 raw goods alongside ashtrays and gas pockets, which are processed to turn to value research and infrastructure. Research junk is processed to turn to materials. Main building block of war fleets. I don't know why I bothered to read that, just shoot the damn thing. Or not. Well, so now we're heading in the wrong direction. Definitely picking up a whole bunch of cargo, but I have no idea what I'm looking for. Hang on, what are you? Stop.
That derelict appeared out of nowhere.
Well, I found the thingy. Let's go salvage it.
Scanning object.
Probably should have scanned it before I sent the scavenger swarm. Oh well. Useful information extracted. What was that? Another mysterious signal. All the way over there. Serious collector location discovered. Open star chart with clues. Item recovered. Soul rings. Open star chart with clues. Well, that was interesting. Let's go do this job.
Engage sublight.
I think I just gotta salvage stuff again. I honestly forget what what it's doing. Yeah, those are some enemies. Where am I going? Oh, up there.
All
Okay.
decks were flying through hostile space.
As usual, just start scrapping derelicts, I guess. Find what we need and then... we get back. Still not what we need. This derelict next. And just to save time, fire it off with that one. Not a derelict, you're just some random rock. Vital data recovered. Mission reward increased. So we found extra data, just not the stuff we're actually looking for. Okay then.
Job finished, Captain.
There we go. Extra almost $250,000 in the bank.
I, course
Get
out.
back to Concordia.
Initiating sublight.
Concordia here. Good to see you around, Captain.
Why is it half the time we auto dock, other half of the time we don't? Alright, so we picked up air filters, bioplastics, more station components. Oh, plutonium. Goody. Satellite dishes, anti-grav coils, thorium, which is apparently used for fuel, more titanium, munchies, solar panels, and biocircuitry. All that from a bunch of derelicts and various other things. Almost at $1 million now. Sold that. I did not wish to sell all of them. Buy that. No, not quantity 6, quantity 1. This is what I get for clicking the wrong button. I'm assuming this is the plasma cannon that I had. Alright, so I think we ended up with less money after all that. Yeah, I think we ended up with less money after all that. So, on that note, I'm going to call it here. I may play this in between this and the next episode, if there is a next episode, just to finish getting enough stuff to outfit the Corvette so we can proceed on the storyline. Other than that,
Everybody stay safe from the plague and have a good day. Or I could just reload when docking. When last autosave, which happened as soon as I docked.